Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our YouTube channel. Welcome to the GTech IT Labs. And I have some exciting labs today. Very exciting labs. So basically, we'll be creating two virtual machines, and then and we'll be connecting to these virtual machines using RDP, and all this will be done in the Azure portal. So basically, the first virtual machine will be a server 2019 data center, and the second virtual machine will be a Windows 10 Enterprise virtual machine. And like I said, we'll be using RDP to connect into those machines. So here we go. So first, before we create our virtual machines, we need to create a resource group for these machines. And to create a resource group, you need to click here. You can either click here on the left taskbar, or you can search for resource group here, right? And you click here. And once you click here, you click on create. Once you're on the resource group, all right. And subscription will be the one that you that will be your Microsoft Azure subscription. I'm a student. I'm a university student, so this is my subscription. And for the resource group, you can call it anything you want. So I will be calling it AZ Labs. By the way, you cannot put any spaces. See, so it needs to be, there you go, like this, right? But I'll keep it like one word, AZ Labs. And then you click on review and create. Validation passed. Perfect. This is good. So we click on create. Once you create it, right here you get a confirmation, resource group created. So this is good. So we're good to go. So now there it is right here. If you refresh to make sure, now we have a resource group under resource groups. So now we need to go ahead and create our virtual machines. Click on virtual machine on the left hand side. Click on create. We will pick Azure virtual machine. Once you click on that, so again, subscription will be your subscription. In my case, this is me, a university student. Resource group will be the one that we just created. In my case, it will be AZ Labs. And virtual machine name, I'll call it Server 2019, since we're doing the Server 2019. Region, East US is fine. Availability option, I'll put it on no infrastructure. No infrastructure redundancy required. Security type, I'll put it on standard. Image, since it's a server, so we'll pick Windows Server 2019 data center. And let's see, VM, this is fine. The size is fine, we'll leave it there. Username, let's call it help desk. Yeah, help desk. And your password, your password needs to be a strong password. So let's see, and it needs to be matching. Let's see if we can make it match. Perfect, it matched. And for this, we'll leave it like that because we need to allow selected port, which in our case will be RDP 3389. For those who are either studying for their certification, this is a question that might be in your test. RDP, what port do you use to connect into uh, RDP? So it will be 3389, and you need to know your other ports. I think there's HTTP HTTPS, SMTP, so all those different ports. So if for in our case, we'll be using RDP because this is what we need to connect remotely. Let's click on review and create. Oh, we have a validation error. Let's see what the problem is. So usually when you get an error like this, you click on where the problem is, and then let's scroll down to see what the issue is. Okay. So 2019 security type standard. Okay, this is fine. I don't see what the issue is. Let's see. Okay, I'm not sure what this was about, but it's fine. So a validation pass, so we can go ahead and create our virtual machine. Right here, you get an update. It's submitting deployment, which is a good sign. There you go. Its deployment is in progress. So for some people, this might take 2 minutes. Some people, it might take 7 minutes. It depends on your internet speed, connection. So far, it's created the VNet for the virtual machine, the IP address, the network security group has been created. The network interface also has been created and it's working on the server. So while it's doing that, let's go in our virtual machine and create our second VM. And let's go ahead and click Azure Virtual Machine. And again, it'll be the same thing. You click on your source group. So we have the AZ Lab. Now, this wasn't here, right? The Network Watcher RG wasn't here, wasn't there first. Before it wasn't there before. Now it's here because the first virtual machine has been created. So in Azure, when you create a virtual machine, the Network Watcher RG is um, gets created automatically by default. So, but we won't be choosing that. We need to choose the resource that we created, which in my case would be AZ Labs. And virtual machine will be Windows 10, East US. Availability, availability will be no infrastructure redundancy required. Security type will be standard in my case. Image will be Windows 10, Windows 10 Pro version because that's what we're creating. And let's see, size is fine. Enable now, we'll leave that like that. Username will be the same. Let's call it help desk. And password will be a long password again. Uh, and let's create a second one. Perfect, it matched. RDP is fine. And review and create. Let's see if it will create. Oh, we get another validation failed again. Let's click on basics because this is where the error is. Let's see what the issue is here. Oh, I didn't confirm. See if I click confirm. This is why another thing I like about Microsoft Azure is the fact that it won't let you create a machine if you're missing key points. See where the star is. So if I didn't enter, if this was blank, I'm sorry, not here, but there you go. Virtual machine name, for example. If this was blank, I wouldn't be. I would get a failed error again. So in my case, it was the licensing. I needed to confirm, and everything should be fine now. Let's see. Running final validation. Perfect. It passed. So now let's create it and initializing, submitting deployment. Perfect. It's working on it. Deployment is in progress. So everything will show up here again. So while it's doing that, let's go try it in. Let's go to virtual machine. Let's go try to remote connect into the server. Let's look at a few things here. You have the status it's running, resource group, AZ Labs, um, pretty a lot of good information. Properties, server 2019 network. The networking is public IP address is right here. The private IP address right here. The DNS name, CPU size is 2, RAM 8 GB. All the information that you need is here. Activity log. Here you can see all your activities. You can see I've been busy. Um, and access control, IAM stands for identity access management. So here you can see all the access control, the role assignments. You can assign roles to people. Like this is me right here, Gelo Gélin. I'm the owner, and I assign myself as the user access administrator also. But you can also grant access to any other employees. Um, but this could be for another lab. These are the roles, different roles that you can assign to the users also. For example, owner, grant full access to manage all resources. There you go. And let's see, we have tags. We're not going to go into that. Connect. This is what we'll be using to connect to the RDP. We'll be doing that pretty soon in a little bit. Network settings. You have the network settings. Everything, all the good information is IP, public IP address, and all those good stuff. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys is some people, they tend to forget that they can reset their password. You are able to reset your passwords. So people tend to forget their password. People tend to forget their password, and they'll go and delete the whole machine and start over. You don't need to do that. All you need to do is scroll all the way down, and right here it says reset password, and you click on this, and if you forget your password, you can reset it here. So no need to delete your virtual machine. All right, let's go ahead and connect to RDP. Let's see if it works. Okay, connect. We need to click on download RDP file. Let's click on keep. All right, open file. Connect. Let's enter our password. See our long password. See if it takes it. Perfect. Looks like, and you click on OK, click on yes. You'll get these warning messages, but it's fine. Um, you can go ahead and just click OK and yes. Looks like we're logging in. Let's see how this go. Let's see. Okay, looks like it's working. It's still loading, but that's a good sign. There you go. You see the window. Um, Now there's a few things that I need to show you guys. The I know the goal of this lab was just to connect remotely. Let's click on yes. Um, but I still want to show you a few things, especially in the server manager. Let's go through it. Just a few tools that they have. I could be doing another video on server manager, but this is the server manager dashboard. You click on manage. This is where you can add roles and features. You can remove them also. You can add servers. can create server groups. If you click on tools, you have computer management, disk cleanup, all your good stuff's here. You can click on view, and you click on view. Let's see, you can make it bigger. There you go. And let's put it back on normal, 100%. On the left here, we got the local server. There you go. You got the server 2019 work group. All the good information. If you click on all servers, um, this is if we had other servers, it would be here also. But this is the only server we have for now. This is the events for all the servers. File and storage. This is where you have all your information for your disks, for your disk volume. If you want to allocate more space, or there you go, partition them, you can do that. Storage pool is right here. This is it for the server manager. What I wanted to show you guys is how to change a computer name, because as an IT professional, you need to know those things, right? For example, if uh, a new user just got hired and you provision their computers, and you don't want their computers to have the name server 2019, right? It has to have the computer has to have their name. If it's John Doe, you need to change the computer name as John Doe. So to do that, you click on the yellow folder in the bottom, and then you go to this PC. You right click on this PC and you click on properties. Once you click on properties, you see where it says computer name server 2019. On the right, it says change settings, and you change the settings right here. Computer description, that's not what we need. We need to rename this computer. So you click on change. You can also change the name, domain name, etc. So the computer name is right now is server 2019. Let's call it, this is where you can put John Doe, right? But we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna call it Dublin 01 for now. You can call it whatever you want. And you click on OK, and let's see what happens. Once you click on OK, you need to click right here. You must restart your computer to apply these changes. Click on OK, close, restart now, and it's restarting. This is good. So while this is restarting, what we can do is we can go to the virtual machine, Windows 10 virtual machines. All right, click on here. This is the Windows 10 virtual machine. Let's click on that. Let's click on connect, RDP, download RDP files. There you go. Keep open file. Again, the publisher of this remote connection can be identified. Do you want to connect anyways? Yes, but let's connect. This is where you enter your password, the long password. Let's see. Okay. Let's click on yes again. Let's see if we can connect remotely. And there you go. Looks like we are connecting remotely on the Windows 10 Enterprise virtual machine. Now, while this is doing that, see, it's taking a little bit longer. Okay. Oh. All right. So this will pop up. Let's click on accept. Go. Perfect. We're inside our Windows 10 Enterprise machine, virtual machine, and everything looks good. Let's click on yes. All right. And X out of that. All right. So same for this, right? We need to change the computer name. So we'll click on the folder and this PC. You right click properties. Now this is a little bit different than the server. On Windows 10 Enterprise, you click on rename this PC right here. On the server, it was on the right side, right? And no, let's not do that. Let's scroll down. Instead of doing the rename PC here, we need to do the advanced, rename this PC advanced. The reason why is because as an IT professional, when you click on advanced, you have more options, right? Than just renaming the computer. You can um, change the domain name, work group also. But for this lab, we'll just rename the computer, click on change. And again, um, this is where you would put the name of the user. So we'll call this one Paris 01. There you go, and click on OK. And then every time you make those changes, you have to restart your computer. Click OK, close, and then restart now. And it's restarting. Now that we're back on Microsoft Azure and we've we renamed both machine computer names for both the server 2019 and Windows 10. Now we need to double check and see if those changes has uh, has taken place. So let's go back into our server 2019, right? We will connect back into it once more just to see if the name has changed. All right, so for that, we'll click on Microsoft Azure right here, virtual machines, and let's go to server 2019 and connect RDP. Okay, let's click open file. Again, don't worry about those messages. Just click OK. Um, we'll enter our long password and we click yes again. And let's see what happens. Okay, looks like we're logging in. Perfect. Let's go in. Nice. Okay, we're in. Perfect. And to our server manager, we can close this. We don't need that. So let's go check to see if the name has been changed, right? We can click on the yellow folder. Uh, yeah, I clicked it too many times. All right, it's fine. So on this PC, you right click, properties, and right here, computer name Dublin 01. Um, it used to be Server 2019, but now it's Dublin 01. That's how you change the computer name. And if I go to Windows 10, it will be the same. Another way you can check for the computer name is through the command prompt, CMD, and we can type who am I space forward slash question mark. This command will give you all the other command that you will need to check uh, anything you want. There you go. See, these are all the options that you have. You have who am I space UPN, who am I space FQDN, who am I space user. So we'll be using who am I forward slash user. Let's see. Instead of typing it like this, what you can do is, since I've already used uh, uh, a command already, you just click the up arrow, right? And it'll give you the previous command that you've used, and then you can just edit and type user instead of typing the whole thing. There you go. You see Dublin 01 help desk. That's the username right here. And if you wonder what this is right here, this is the SID, right? And for example, let's see, registry. If we go to registry editor and in the registry editor, you click on H key users, double click, and this you make it bigger, and there it is right here. This is the SID that's showing right here. Same thing. It's right here. This is it right here. The SSID. The SID. I'm sorry. And this does so much to learn about Windows, Windows 10, Windows 11, especially the newest one, but especially Windows 10, even 7. These are regular knowledge that you should have. Command lines, and how to use the registry. But this could be for another lab. It could be for another lab, not for this lab. All right, so we'll be closing this. Um, and one more thing I wanted to talk about is no one in IT, even a programmer, and memorizes all the command prompts or anything. So basically, what you need to know is where to look for the information, right? Now, in my case, knowing the who am I command prompt, it opened up a whole lot of you know other commands for me to be able to use instead of me to try to memorize it. And that's what I like about Microsoft or any other companies. That's what they do too. So you can use certain command commands to know what command to use, if that makes sense. So here you have the user display information on current user, and that's what they did in parentheses SID. If I was to put slash groups, it would have given me that. FQDN display the username and fully qualified distinguished name. FQDN. Let's use this one, FQDN. Let's see what happens. FQDN. again, instead of typing the whole thing, I'll just click up, delete user, and type FQDN. And again, there it is right here. It says error, unable to get fully qualified distinguished name FQDN as the current logged on user is not a domain user. Again, error, unable to get fully qualified distinguished name FQDN as the current logged on user is not a domain user. So we haven't connected this user to a domain. So that could be for another lab again. So no worries about that. We get into that. But we've accomplished what we wanted to do, which is remotely connect to our virtual machines. And one more thing I wanted to touch on is always stop your virtual machines, right? Because you don't want to get charged, So what you can do is click on both together and stop, and that way it will stop running in the background. Again, thank you everyone for joining this video, and I hope to get deeper into our labs in the future, and we will get deeper in our labs. So stay tuned for more labs, and we'll have fun. See you next time. Bye bye.